Ragdoll cats are famous for a few things. Their incredibly soft, silky fur that feels like a cloud. Their calm, almost zen-like nature. And, of course, the way they go completely limp and relaxed, just like a ragdoll, whenever you pick them up. It's what gives them their name, after all. But if you've ever truly known a ragdoll, you know that their most defining characteristic isn't something you can see or feel. It's their profound emotional sensitivity, their ability to tune into the world around them with a quiet grace that's truly remarkable. Our story unfolds in a quiet, peaceful home. For years, this home was the entire world for a ragdoll cat named Lumi. Lumi was the epitome of her breed, with striking blue eyes that seemed to hold ancient secrets and a gentle presence that filled every room she entered. She was a creature of habit, a lover of still rooms bathed in the soft, warm light of the afternoon sun. Her days were a tapestry of peaceful routines. A nap here, a gentle stretch there, a quiet observation from a high perch. Life was predictable, calm, and perfect in its simplicity. From the very first moment Nora was carried through the door, wrapped in a soft blanket, Lumi sensed the shift. The air itself felt different, charged with a new kind of energy. New sounds began to weave themselves into the familiar fabric of the home. There were the tiny, bird-like cries that could start and stop without warning. There were the soft, shuffling footsteps of tired parents in the middle of the night. They might have become skittish, resentful of the newcomer who had stolen their peace and their people's attention. But Lumi didn't hide, she didn't retreat, she stayed, she watched. She listened. She was curious, not afraid. In the days that followed, a new routine began to form, one that centered around the tiny human. Each day, Nora would be placed on a soft, plush blanket near the large living room window where the sunlight streamed in. And each day, Lumi would approach. Her movements were deliberate, incredibly careful. She would walk over, her paws making no sound on the wooden floor, and settle herself beside the blanket. She never got too close, never intruded on the baby's space. But she was never too far away either. She found the perfect distance. Close enough to be a guardian, a silent companion. She was a furry, watchful presence just on the edge of Nora's new world. It was her way of saying, "I'm here. It's okay." When Nora's fussing would finally quiet down and she'd drift off to sleep, Lumi's soft, rumbling purr would fill the space between them, a gentle, vibrating lullaby that seemed to deepen the peace in the room. It was a language without words, built on presence and patience. Then came the moment that sealed their bond. She allowed that small, clumsy hand to rest there, to explore the softness of her fur. In that simple, profound moment of trust, their language was solidified. Touch, warmth, gentleness. From that day on, a touch from Nora was always met with a soft purr from Lumi. As the months turned into a year, Nora grew. She transformed from a helpless infant into a curious, mobile toddler. And with every milestone, Lumi adjusted her own behavior. She never showed annoyance, only a patient understanding. When Nora, now able to sit up, would reach for her with grabby hands, Lumi wouldn't run. She would simply wait patiently until the clumsy grasp turned into a gentler pat. She taught Nora how to be gentle without ever making a sound. And when Nora would fall asleep, exhausted from a day of discovery, Lumi was always there, a constant, warm presence curled up nearby. She was the first thing Nora saw when she woke up and the last thing she felt before drifting off. Years passed. The quiet house was now filled with the sounds of a child's laughter and the pitter-patter of running feet. Nora was a young girl, and Lumi was an older, wiser cat. When Nora would later think back on her earliest memories, her recollections of Lumi weren't about exciting games of chase or dramatic antics. They were quieter, more profound. She remembered the feeling of burying her face in Lumi's incredibly soft fur after a scraped knee, the tears drying against the warmth. She remembered the comforting weight of Lumi sleeping at the foot of her bed, a furry guardian against bad dreams. She remembered the constant, reassuring presence that made every room in the house feel safe and whole. Lumi had taught her a powerful lesson, one that would stay with her for her entire life. She taught her that love doesn't always need to be loud or boisterous. It doesn't need grand gestures or constant excitement to be real. Sometimes the most powerful, most meaningful love is quiet. It's gentle, it's patient. It's simply being there. It's the soft purr in a silent room, the slow blink across a sunlit floor. It's just the warmth and the softness of a presence that asks for nothing in return but makes the entire world feel safe. Because sometimes love doesn't need to shout. It simply needs to be. Thanks for watching. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who appreciates the quiet magic of animals. See you in the next video.